Hello, my name is Isabel Laredo, and I'm going to be doing my author discussion on Ntozake Shange. So, Ntozake Shange was born in Trenton, New Jersey on October 18th, 1948. Her father was an Air Force surgeon, and her mother was a psychiatric social worker. So because of this, she was born in an upper-class family. She also was not born with the name Ntozake Shange. Her actual birth name was Paula L. Williams, which she changed later on. She received a bachelor's degree in American Studies at Barnard College and graduated with honors. She then went on to USC and got a master's degree. So, in Shange's first year of college, she married a lawyer. This marriage was very short-lived and left her feeling depressed and alone after her husband had divorced her. So this depression, was to the point where she attempted suicide. So after she attempted her suicide, she kind of confronted her depression. She didn't want it to lead her life anymore, so she wanted to make a change. So with this change, she decided to change her name to Ntozake Shange. But Ntozake Shange are two different meanings. So Ntozake means she who comes into her own things, and then Shange means she who walks like a lion. So Shange's reason that she changed her name was because she felt like she was living a lie. She always had this feeling with her that there was something that she could do for the world. However, she felt that because she was an African American female, that nobody expected anything from her. So with this change, she left her hometown and she went to go finish her studies at the University of Southern California, where she got her master's degree in American Studies. So due to her move, and she moved across the country, she was surrounded by different political views, which I'm not saying changed her political views, but they swayed them. And she didn't intentionally try to become a feminist, but she was writing from her heart, and her audience, the people who shared the same viewpoints as her, happened to be females, which is why she became an African American feminist. So, Shange was most known for her poem, which later on became a play for colored girls who have considered suicide, When the Rainbow Is Enough. So once this play was produced, it blew up, and that's how she got her name out there, and she became very well known because of this play. So it started off as a poem. So it was a very long poem. It was a 20-part poem, which she then made into her stage play. And later on, in 1997, she actually published her stage play into a book. So this book was sold many copies. She got awards and everything. So after, I want to say about 40 years maybe, this book was actually made into a movie. A very well-known director, Tyler Perry, who has directed a lot of movies that are really good hits and everything, he actually was the one who directed her movie for colored girls, and I've personally seen it, and I really enjoy this movie and recommend it to anybody. So after the four colored girls who have considered suicide, When the Rainbow Is Enough, she wrote many novels. She wrote more poems and more plays. She actually also lectured at colleges. So some of the colleges that she lectured at were New Jersey State Council on the Arts. She was a creative writing instructor at the City College of New York, and she lectured at Yale University and many more. So most of her addressed issues on her books, novels, poems, or plays were about race and feminism. She also danced with many dance companies on the East and West Coast, which I found very, very cool. I didn't expect her to be a dancer. So some of the people that she danced with were Third World Collective, Sounds in Motion, West Coast Dance Works, and she actually had her own dance company, which was very, very cool as well. So she also wrote children's books, which were pretty awesome. So some of the example of the children's books were The Whitewash, which is on the bottom right picture. Then there's Float Like a Butterfly, which is the top right picture. Then she also has other ones, Daddy Says, which is more of a young adult novel. And then she also has the Ellington Was Not a Street, which was another picture book for children. So when I first found out about her, I asked myself why she became a writer. So she became a writer because she felt there was nothing left. Her parents dismissed her ideal career of becoming a jazz musician because they said that that was no job for a woman. So she felt like there was nothing left for her but to write. And so she wrote, and she put all of her feelings into her novels, poems, and plays, and she ended up being very successful in that. So one interesting fact about her is that she loved playing the violin, and she was actually really good at it, which is why she wanted to become a jazz musician. So right here are a list of some of her awards that she was given. As you can see, there are a lot. She was given many, many awards because she wrote many books. She wrote novels, she wrote the children's books, she wrote the poems, she wrote plays, she did a lot of stuff. So with each of those, she gained a lot of awards with those. Some of these awards are, she actually got an Emmy award for colored girls who have considered suicide. She got a Grammy, she got Claim Your Life award, she got a lot of awards for what she did, which was very awesome considering what she went through and how she attempted suicide, because if she would have done that, she would have never became the person who she is. And some of her novels and books and everything are actually college students read them, like how we are reading it in this class, which is really awesome. So here are some of my sources. So that is my author discussion on Ntozake Shange, and I really enjoyed learning about her, and I actually want to continue reading her books because of how interesting she was.